Madison. Thanks for tuning in to the second episode of In Tune with the Maroon. I'm Madison, and today I'm joined with Rachel, Estrella, Rakia, and Geraldine. We're going to discuss some topics we wrote about in the Maroon, starting with school spirit. Estrella, you talked to 4 teachers about school spirit. What was the best school spirit moment?
Well, one of the most interesting school spirit moments came from Mr. Tulio, who said that in 1995, Argo's vice principal challenged Argo that they couldn't read 1 million books. Well, he lost that bet, and so he had to eat 2 giant worms in front of the whole school, and a bunch of people like NBC and CBS, they covered the news. I thought that was disgusting.
Like gummy worms?
No, real worms.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Rakia, what about you? You're a student. What's your perspective on school spirit?
I think students and teachers have different perspectives on school spirit. For example, teachers talk proudly of Argo almost every day. But students only have certain moments where they're proud to be an Argonaut.
Geraldine, how about you?
I spoke to a few students, and they actually liked the pep rallies that we had because they felt like seeing the band and seeing people cheering and people together made them feel like participating in the noise and cheering for Argo.
Like we're all united?
Yeah.
Rachel, you talked to Mr. Smaglia. What did he say was the best school spirit moment?
Mr. Somaglia said that one of the best school spirit moments he's witnessed at Argo is when their varsity basketball team, I don't remember when, but their varsity basketball team went to sectionals and they just had a really big turnout. There were more students from Argo at the away game than there were at the original school that it was at. And when they got back from with the buses and everything, there were still fans and teachers and parents just waiting at the school waiting to cheer on their team even after it was over.
Well, another event of school spirit, once at a Maroon meeting, we saw a couple of old tapes from Argo Vision. Argo Vision used to be an Argo student-led TV station that we had. And we actually saw donkey basketball. Teachers were riding donkeys and playing basketball in the Swanson. Now, I talked to Miss Sawicka, and she was one of the teachers that was on a donkey, and she said that she had a blast, but that the mess was not good.
Also, in the video, they showed bonfires. Basically, they would have a bonfire after the Powder Puff game during homecoming week. How do you think Argo can improve school spirit? Your own opinion, Estrella.
Well, I think that Argo, its school spirit, it's changed. I mean, they used to have a TV station, now we have a lot of social media. If you have a Facebook or a Twitter, just like them, just follow them, and wear your colors, join clubs and activities. If you just sit in your classes and you come to Argo and you just leave every day, then you're not really doing much for school spirit. You need to go out there. If you have an idea, I talked to Mr. Rodriguez and he said that his door is always open, so don't be afraid to talk to any teachers if you'd like to add different activities, because this is our school and we should make these 4 years worth it.
So true. Ricky, how do you think we can improve school spirit?
I feel it starts with the student body. Once a group of students start having school spirit, I feel like it will spread. It's kind of contagious.
All right, Geraldine, how do you think?
I think school spirit also starts from the students because when you see the students in Argo participating and things, you'd want to be part of it. I remember when I came to Argo, every Friday I used to wear maroon and white because it was school spirit. Then I looked around and no one was wearing maroon and white, and I was I kind of got bored with the idea of wearing maroon and white when everyone else wasn't. So when you see other people do stuff, it kind of motivates you to also do it too. So I think it starts from the students.
Let us know what you think we can do to improve school spirit on Twitter. Tweet us at Argo Maroon. So we're going to talk about making learning more interactive. I'm joined with Rachel, Mr. Daughtery, and Geraldine. So Rachel, you wrote an article basically saying what?
Basically saying that kids would want to go to school more if things were more fun for them to do because they learn more when they're having a better time.
I agree to a certain extent because I think that interactive learning, the field trips and all those things should be rewards, sort of. Because school can't be all fun.
And Mr. Daughtery, you probably have a different perspective on it since you're a teacher. Is it hard to make your lessons interactive and make students want to participate?
It's a completely different approach than what most people typically do. And Rachel used some pretty loaded words to make the to make the environment more fun, because fun is different things to different people. And I'm not implying that a worksheet is fun. Nobody assumes that a worksheet is fun. But there are ways to make activities that we currently do more enjoyable. But the main focus really isn't to have fun. And granted, you're having fun. Generally, you're going to want to do that. But unfortunately, not everything can be fun.
So do you think, like, field trips, people say, like, it takes out of, like, other classes and you fall behind? Do you agree? Or do you think, like, it's, like, the good outweighs the bad?
I feel like if the field trips are related to what we are learning in school, I don't think it's really pulling us back. Because usually you take field trips on the topic that you're learning in class. So it should help you, it shouldn't pull you back.
What about you, Rachel?
I think it's worth it because school is about like learning how to take all this information you learn and apply it to the real world, and field trips have you go out into the real world, and I think that is important.
Okay, what about you, Mr. Daughtery?
As a teacher, sometimes it's difficult to have half the class there and half the class not there on a field trip. So in that respect, it's what do you do with half of these kids that they still deserve the chance to learn during that day, but yet if I teach them something new, then the other half of the class that's away on a field trip, they're sort of going to be left behind. So it's tough, but I think field trips are valuable, but it has to be within reason.
Right. Do you think people would want to go on field trips, like, during the weekend and spend, like, the weekend on a field trip?
Well, see, and therein lies the question. Students often ask me, can we play a review game? And I'll tell them, sure, man, I'll make you a review game. You and your friends can get together and play it. They're like, no, why would I do that? So weekend field trips, absolutely. Let's take some weekend field trips, and we can't make it mandatory, of course. And so then you get into those kids that do come to the weekend field trip. They're learning. Can I then assess that learning when not all the kids have been there? And so at what point is it learning just for the sake of learning, which is fantastic, and then what point is it now you're responsible for that information to prove that you've learned something from that trip?
Right, that's a good point. What steps do you think Argo can make to make learning more interactive?
I think the field trips definitely would make things more interactive, but also instead of just like the worksheets and the essays, have like lectures and discussions and active projects and stuff with the students.
Because with me, I feel like they should try and make it more fun. But then I had a class and the teacher gave us a challenge to make, because we were always complaining that our classes were boring. She said, fine, I'm giving you a chance to make your own projects. Bring out the slides. You can make a movie or anything. And our slides were boring. We couldn't teach it like the way our teacher teaches us. And she was like, you guys are always complaining, but you can't make it fun yourself. Like, we give you the chance to make learning fun, and you can't do it. So you can't have that right balance with interactive learning, fun or boring studies. I don't think there's that right. You can't have that right balance. No.
Some things that we can do at Argo, we could have cross-curricular projects where we get together. Let's get together, art, chemistry, and history. Let's talk about the history of this art. Let's talk about the science of this art, and then let's talk about the actual art. And then maybe we use that to create our own art, and through that we synthesize this great project. But what that's going to take is, now we're talking about a restructuring of an entire school day. So now you're not, maybe you're not going from class to class, period to period. You're in this chemistry class for a while. You need to spend a little extra time. Well, then let's spend a little extra time. But then you also got to consider that we have students that aren't self-motivated that way. They're fantastic people, but maybe they're not self-motivated, that they're going to say, all right, I need to stay here and get this done. I really need to put some extra time in. So you got to work with that idea as well.
Great points made by all three of you. Thank you, Rachel, Mr. Daughtery, and Geraldine. If you want to read more, check out Rachel's article in this issue of the Maroon about interactive learning. So now we're going to play a game called Pop Quiz. The contestants are Rachel, Estrella, Rakia, and Ms. Brown. So basically, I'm going to ask them questions about Argo, and if they get it wrong, they have to roll the dice, and whatever number they get, they have to click it in that many times. And whenever it pops, you lose. All right? Who wants to go first? I think Ms. Brown.
Okay, I'll go first.
Ms. Brown. All right, let's see.
Roll the dice.
No, I have to ask you a question. If you get it wrong, you have to roll the dice.
Ooh, okay.
What's our mascot's name?
Jason Argonaut.
Correct. Yes. Okay, Rakia.
How do you know that?
She teaches here.
How do you not?
Right? I knew that, Rukia. Come on.
Okay.
Step up.
What street is the main entrance on?
Oh, come on.
That's a tough one.
63rd Street? No,
Wrong.
72.
No. One. So you have to click it in once. All right.
Aha.
Estrella.
I win.
What year did the field house open?
Oh, dear.
There was an article in the Maroon about it.
How many years ago?
I'm not. Well, I'm gonna give it away.
Oh, okay, I get it.
2007?
No.
It was
2000
63rd Street.
No, it's 74th.
Okay.
No, it's 2003. 3.
Okay.
Same
does it have to
poker
be that
or
one?
different poker?
You could split it up.
Okay. Uh-oh.
So like 1, 1, 1.
Sure. Hold it. Yeah.
2, 1, 1.
Keep going. Yeah.
Ah.
Right. Oh, she's going all on
She's
the
going
same
all three?
Oh my
stick.
god. Oh, I can split it up? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it had to be on the same stick. Okay.
Let me get a hard question for Rachel. Who was one of the most famous alumni with the famous last name?
Oh.
What?
Who was one of the most famous alumni with the famous last name?
No pressure.
And it's alumnus.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm not an English teacher.
I don't know.
Okay, wrong. Wait, anybody know the answer?
The
The
Nash.
Portillos guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
1. Okay. This game is going too slow.
Okay.
So if you get one wrong,
Speed round?
if you get one wrong, you have to do 3. You can't roll the dice. No,
Okay.
no rolling the dice. You have
Great,
to do
on
3.
my turn, thanks.
I gotta get a hard
You got your
one.
question right though.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Listen closely.
I am.
I'm a history teacher. I'm eccentric and passionate about what I teach. I always get a laugh at the faculty talent show. Who am I?
Thompson.
Yeah. You know too
Take
much.
your 3.
Why are you giving her advice though? She doesn't need it.
Let's see.
Good talk.
Why are we called Argo?
Oh. Why are you giving her all the hard ones?
Why
She's
are you
from
giving Miss
Kia.
Brown all the easy ones?
Yeah, I've got all the
She's
softballs.
hating on me right now. Let's look around.
What was the question?
Why are we called Argo? It's on Argo's Wikipedia page. So.
What everybody reads on Friday night.
Classic
I
Madison
do.
though.
Because of corn products. Argo corn products.
Dang it. It's right.
What?
Oh my gosh. I'm running out of questions. Okay. What year was Argo established?
1920?
It's because I told her that last week. Okay. Rachel, what? Oh, that's too easy for you.
You're gonna be the only one to get
Where-
mine wrong.
Who's the head of the science department? Easy.
Mr. Daughtery?
3. It's Miss Alexander.
I don't know who she is.
Okay.
Okay, I want Miss Brown to pop it. So
Where does the name Argonaut come from?
The Greek myth about Jason and the...
Right.
I knew
Maybe
that
just
too.
disqualify
Good
Miss
job,
Brown.
Do a description.
Okay, let me just make one up. Like I don't have any more.
she prepared.
I'm so prepared.
I thought you guys were gonna get these all wrong. What was the Argo Palms theme this year? JV.
You give them all these.
JV Palms theme.
See, I wouldn't
I
have
was just
guessed
kidding.
Not varsity.
that. Ooh.
Wow, I knew varsity.
Yeah, that's why
Good
I
job.
changed it right now.
Do you know it?
Did they have one?
What was
Are they
What was
both
she?
saying?
JV.
Did we write an article about it?
No.
See?
I don't know.
Ran out of time.
What
It
was
was
it?
like 007 James Bond. So, Estrella,
Hold on.
No,
Oh,
do
yeah, I
one that
forgot.
was already done, like this one.
do
Don't
this
more.
one that she already did 3 in.
You're so boring.
Okay, Estrella, when did the first Maroon come out?
Oh, no idea. 1963.
Incorrect.
Put it closer to Madison when it pops.
All right. Rachel. What's Mr. Borowitz's first name?
I don't know who Mr. Horowitz is.
All right, wrong. Give me-
You
What
could
is
just
it?
Nick, do you take science?
She doesn't know anything.
Did you do 3?
I think you did 1.
I think it
You
sounds
did
like
2.
one.
She's a cheater. Why are you
Okay.
doing the same one? Okay.
We're running out of questions.
Miss Brown. Let me make one up real fast.
You have to know the. You have to know the.
Yes, that's the end of it.
Rachel loses. 'Cause she was the last one.
Game over?
Yeah. You guys win. I ran out of questions anyway.
Alright.
But to end the show, here's Rose Mosier singing her original song called Battlefield.
Saw another soldier walking alone, walking with their head down, feeling so low. When the red was lifted, I finally saw their face, with tears falling down and a look of pure distaste. Soldier, tell me what is wrong, what's not right, what's going on? Soldier, please stay strong. Please still fight for the life given to you. Soldier, life is a battlefield. You may fall, but you should rise to carry on. I saw another soldier praying on their knees, sitting in the wake of what leads to destiny, praying for forgiveness, seeking a way out, trying to believe in what doesn't come about. Soldier, tell me what is wrong, what's not right, what's going on? Soldier, please stay strong. Please still fight for the life given to you. Soldier, life is a battlefield. You may fall, but you should rise to carry on. Soldier, keep on marching through the rain. Soldier, keep on loving through the pain. I know it might be hard right now, but you just have to trust yourself and believe. Soldier, it might be stormy out, but it can't rain forever. Oh, soldier, life is a battlefield. You may fall, but you should rise.